Patrick Movie Show, episode 60, and I host President. Today we're doing the San Diego Comic Con interview of the Star Wars Force Awakening. 2 days ago, I done the interview. It was too far away, people can't see. I'm doing it closer now. Here we go, the first interview. A second. There you go. Now, make a bigger size. Okay, now.
You know, I have to say I don't think that there's anything more important than the fans when it comes to Star Wars. And Comic-Con is sort of the quintessential event for fans.
Yeah, this is for the true believers.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them out there. And that's who we made the movie for, I think. It's weird when you make movies to have them enter the sort of the bloodstream of the culture. And these movies do. They're bigger than other things. They just stay with you forever. I wrote one 30 years ago. I wrote one last year. And there hasn't really been a break in that time when people weren't talking about Star Wars or wondering about Star Wars. And that's a very unique situation to be in the movies.
You know, we have so many great surprises for the fans. I think the most exciting thing is we have an amazing new cast of characters, and we have some really incredible new talent that we're going to be introducing. And that's probably what we're the most excited about.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice. Hey!
Now the interview. Make a bigger size. Here we go.
We did a crazy panel to 6,500 people.
Yeah, was that 6,500 exactly?
I think so.
They're all right there now.
And now we're going to have an insane concert on this gorgeous day in San Diego.
And everyone got lightsabers.
I agree. Controversial.
Yeah.
I think sharing it, you know, there was so much preparation time and introspection and how do I do this and you know what can I bring to it and talking with JJ and filming it, but sharing it with everyone finally, I think that's probably the most special part of the whole thing.
Yeah. What he said.
I think we have a chance to continue a legacy and continue it well and pay respect, but at the same time go off on a new adventure, obviously with us, the new characters. So it's a great balance of both, and I'm very, very happy to be a part of this.
I'd heard about Comic-Con before I even knew what it was. Like, it's just a point of reference.
Yeah.
And obviously we started with Celebration, which was a massive thing just for Star Wars. And then to come here, which celebrates so many amazing things, and then be able to be in Hall H and kind of have as much interaction as possible with the people that are going to see the film is an amazing thing.
Yeah, and then, you know, the reaction when Harrison came on stage and really feeling the completion of the whole thing. You know, it was amazing. It was a standing ovation and just to see how, well, then for him, it was very generous of him too to come here for the fans and yeah, it was great.
I have to say this is my second time being at Comic-Con, but it's nothing like my first. And it's just so great to be exposed to fans who are so passionate about Star Wars and so passionate about the characters, and who are very, very excited to be opening up into a new story. So yeah, it was good.
There is a symphony orchestra about to perform the music of Star Wars to 6,500 fans with lightsabers as the sun goes down. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And we all can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Next interview. Make a bigger size.
I think because it's been woven into my mind since I was a child, and there was I remember one of my first Christmases, it was on the television, and it was this phenomenal thing that not only looked incredible and was exciting, but it seemed to have real depth and mysticism to it, and I can't really believe that I'm in that.
They created their own world, which was very particular and very beautiful and was copied plenty of times, but never really succeeded in finding the magic that they have, and it's a huge honour and a little bit scary then to try and take it on yourself. It's a bit mad.
The way that they did this one, that JJ made everything very tactile and back to kind of what when they were originally working on it, that it felt kind of impromptu in a way, that they were kind of a bunch of people isolated somewhere kind of doing their own thing kind of outside the studio system, and even though that's not really the case here, it still felt that kind of that sense of everyone was making it up as we go along, and it still felt urgent and tactile, and like to see everything being practically operated, and puppets and everything you could just pick up and hold, I think was more exciting. And shooting it on film, I think that just made it even more.
I had a bit of a moment coming here in the car when I realised I hadn't really taken on board that I was in Star Wars, and I thought perhaps I should have done some thinking and preparation to lead me to this moment. So I'm looking forward to not fainting in Hall H.
I know Oscar went to something similar previously where there were a lot of the fans there, and he said it was just extraordinary. The love for the films in the room was kind of bowled him over, so I'm just looking forward to that, but I've no idea what to expect. I don't really know.
They did say that there's people been camping out since Wednesday night, and that then you've kind of like, well, we better say something good. It just makes it more of a pressure.
Yeah.
So I actually came to Comic-Con when I was 4 years old, or something about like 4 or 5, and I don't really remember much, just boxes and boxes of comic books, and it's kind of evolved into this what we're doing now, I guess. But as far as the fans' reaction to it, I think it's a testament to the movies that, the artistry and whatever in making it, but also that they left a lot of things open-ended in the movies, where I feel now people feel the need to explain everything, or everything kind of has to add up, but there's so many worlds that were kind of, that people kind of took ownership of and made their own stories, and I think that made it more personal, just such a wide group of people.
My first Comic-Con was last year, and it was a word that I use a lot. It was overwhelming, the amount of positivity and warmth people have towards you, and it's so rare to be in an organised event where everyone's so happy and so pleased to see you. Well, for me anyway, I mean, not for you two. Every day is like...
I live my life like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Now the interview. Make a big size.
I can look forward to a wonderful movie, I think. It was a great experience for me, and I had a great time doing it. We have a fantastic cast. We have the skill and the wit and the ambition of J.J. Abrams. Great script by one of our original screenwriters, Larry Kasdan, and I was delighted to be involved, and I'm proud to be able to represent this film for the audience. It's too late for them. I mean, it's over. Life as they knew it is no longer possible. It's a you've checked in for the biggest e-ticket ride there ever was, and I actually did have a bit of a serious conversation with Daisy, who inquired about what the experience was like for me some centuries ago when this all started, and I said, your life will change, and you will get used to it, and you will be, by turns, happy and delighted and employed, and then you'll wonder what the hell happened every once in a while, because you turn from the natural state of an actor is to observe life around them, and now you have to figure out how to do that when all anybody's looking at is you. So it's a huge change in your life, and they're smart enough to know that themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey.
Last one interview before I go.
Well, Star Wars and Comic-Con sort of go hand in hand. Star Wars was at the very beginning of Comic-Con, and so it was obviously a natural fit to be here, and we're just so excited to talk to the fans and show them some surprises we got in store. Certainly on a movie like this, there's always going to be a ton of visual effects and green screen and the like, but the key for all of us was to make a movie that felt authentic, and it's almost impossible to make something that feels authentic if it isn't. And so, despite all of the visual effects that are undoubtedly going to be all over the movie, the amount of builds that we were able to do, the construction of not just sets but other but characters and the props and things that might otherwise be done in post, it allowed the actors to actually physically be there on locations with actual structures and creatures that they could interact with, and it gave the whole thing it took something that could be a real effort to sort of make something look real, and it made that part effortless, and then we could concentrate on other things that were more important, like making the story good and the characters as strong as they could be. Every stage of the process is sort of a thrill, especially on a Star Wars movie. Nothing about it is normal. So the idea that you're prepping a Star Wars movie, it's like you're prepping a Star Wars movie. When you're shooting it, you're shooting a Star Wars movie. Doing interviews about the Star Wars, and nothing is normal. So every stage of it feels about as surreal as you can imagine.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Okay, turn around for me. That's it for me, Patrick Movie Show, episode 60. I'll see you next episode 61. Peace out, bye.